Hello everybody, my name is Rich Staten. I'm with a company known as High Percent Trading, and today's video is going to deal with trend spotting, taking advantage of the best market moves. Now whether you're a position trader or whether you're a swing trader, whether you're an option trader, and even more importantly, if you trade on a daily basis, the most important thing to ascertain in your trading and to determine in your trading is what the daily trend is. That one item alone is the most important item to successful and profitable trading. So it's important when you're analyzing a market, and in this case we're looking at the British pound, that you analytically be able to accurately define what the daily trend is and whether or not that trend is continuing from day to day. It's better if you have software that enables you to, on the fly, determine what that trend is with a large degree of accuracy. And secondarily, along with that, it's very important to determine the important levels throughout the trading session where you can expect the market to turn and where you can either add positions to or initiate positions to take advantage of what the daily trend is. And of course the goal in trading and in this type of approach is to take advantage of the best market moves, because as most of you know, the biggest moves, the most profitable moves, are the ones that occur with the trend. So why the majority of traders focus on indicators, in other words, oversold, overbought indicators, moving averages, stochastics, volume, profile. I mean, there's many indicators out there. Most of them really miss the entire forest from the trees, and in this case the forest, of course, is the daily trend. So I can't impress enough how important it is for the trader to ascertain on an accurate basis every day what the daily trend is. Now, the first example I'm going to give, as I indicated, is on this chart. It's the British pound, and this chart goes all the way back to around March 9th. This is software called the Oracle indicator that analyzes the market on a daily basis and determines the daily trend and determines the important levels for each trading session, and I'll cover that a little bit and I'll show how important that is to your trading success. From this example, you can see that up until March 13th, the daily trend was down. Maybe a little bit difficult to see on this chart, but these areas that are red are much darker than the areas starting here on the 13th of March. And the areas on the bottom in blue are much lighter. They're actually opaque compared to this area starting on March 13th. This is what determines the trend, at least on this software. So prior to this, the trend was down, and on the 13th of March, the trend changed to up. This is a very important change for any trader, again, as I indicated, whether they're trading options, whether you're swing trading, whether you're position trading, or whether you're day trading. It's important to know what the trend is and what your expectations are for the market that day. I'm going to break this chart down into two different conditions. First condition would be for those traders who are swing trading or position trading or trading options on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. You can see that when the trend changed here on the 13th from down to up, the pound was trading around 139.50. Over the span of approximately 8 or 9 days, it moved up sharply and currently is trading at the 142.82 level as we speak. This is actually March 26th. That's a very large move in the British pound, and of course if you're on the right side of it, you're going to profit handsomely. What's equally important is the ability to analyze the markets each session and not only determine what your trend is to try to stay with the trend, but determine what the important projected daily low areas are and projected daily high areas are, so that you can take advantage of that by either adding positions if you're a little longer term trader, or by actually trading intraday if you're a very short term trader. This particular software, which is called the Oracle, as I indicated, designates what the trend is and what the important levels for the day are. So for example, when we got our trend change, and on the 14th it was projecting a projected low area here. The following day our projected low area was here, and 3 days later it was here. You can see the first 4 days after the trend change, this market pretty much traded down to these levels and then bounced. So if the trader has some expectation of what those levels are, then the trader can employ their other indicators or their other decision-making processes to either add to the positions, take profits, as I'll show in a minute, and or to actually trade daily on an intraday basis. Just even a preliminary viewing of this chart leads anybody to pretty much conclude that if you have these levels predetermined ahead of time for your daily session, it's not hard to make a pretty good profit on a daily basis, or to hold a position if you know what these are in advance and if you can act on them. And that's the importance of trying to have predetermined levels so you can take advantage of these market moves. And in this particular instance, I think out of 9 trading days here, this software actually picked up 5 of the 9 areas where a trader can actually go long and capture some very large moves. Now that's one half of the equation, and I'm going to talk about making this available to anybody who's taken the time to watch this video and look at this ebook. You'll be able to come in and see these indicators working live. In a little bit I'll put up the link for your invitation. But I want to talk about also the importance of the daily projected highs, because those are also significant. When a market is breaking above its projected level, in this case our projected highs, it's generally doing that for a reason. And these markets will move out because of news, or because of world events, or because somebody has said something important. Maybe the Federal Reserve has acted, or maybe a board of governors somewhere on one of the major banks has said something, or it just could be a traumatic event in the world. But what's important is when these markets break out on these levels, you can also either add to positions or take advantage of this and initiate positions. So here's a good example on, I believe it's the 19th, where the pound broke out of its projected daily high for the day and traveled quite a large distance. 2 days later, the same thing. It moved out through its high, going up and closing at the high of the day. And then you can see also the examples here on the 22nd, and then here on the 26th. Now also in a bit I'm going to show the ability then, if you have access to filtering techniques, where you can actually filter the momentum of the market, knowing what these levels are in advance, to make them tradable for you. And actually I'm going to show you how this software does this as well. So it's important that the trader not only determine what the trend is, be able to spot the trend, determine what the trend is, but then take advantage of that through various entry techniques. And in a minute I'm going to activate another chart here that actually trades with the trend, does the filtering that I'm indicating, and makes it a lot easier for the trader to initiate and hold positions. All right, so what I've done now is I've actually expanded my chart out here to go to a 4-range chart to see these automatic trade setups. But again, in order to take advantage of the best market moves, you want to try to have the ability to either buy with the trend, and in this case going through what's an equilibrium area every day, or buying down near the projected buy area established for each day. And in this case, these arrows are actually automatically placed on the chart by the software. These aren't arrows that I've drawn. This software, as I indicated, will analyze this market every day. And it's important that you have something like that, whether it's your ability to do it manually or maybe an indicator or a series of indicators that you've developed. Here we make it easy because we have these indicators that we've worked on for basically many years to get this in a proper condition to enable the best trade setups each day with the trend. But this is doing it automatically, and I think you can see that when you come down to the projected buy areas with the trend, if you can enter, it's very profitable, just not only on a daily basis, but on a continuing basis as the market continues to move in your favor. Here's a good example over here. I'm just going to scroll this chart a little bit further, where the market actually came again right down to its projected buy area. Our trend was still up. The software analyzed it and actually signaled the trades. Had a continuation trade here, and then remember I had mentioned the breakouts, how important these breakout trades are. If I expand this trade a little bit, this chart a little bit more, you'll see that we have a very nice arrow here as we break out through to the upside, and then as it continues. So these are very profitable big running days when the market actually exceeds its projections for the day. And the trader needs to take advantage of that in order to try to maximize the return. I've moved the chart a little bit further to cover a few more days, but again to show the power and the importance of trading with the trend and taking advantage of the important levels as the market comes down to them. So again, some more very good indications of long entries right at the projected daily buy areas that the software is producing, and then as the pound broke out here to the upside on a very large trading day. This is on a little bit of a shorter term move. This is a trend change that occurred 6 days ago in the crude. You can see that prior to that the overall trend was down, and then on this day, which was March 19th, our trend changed to up. And I want to demonstrate a couple of things that are important here to the trader as well. We talked about the fact that you want to be able to accurately determine what the daily trend is so that you can take advantage of that not only in your trading for the day, but for the next day, for the week, whatever your time frame is that you're trading. It's important to have that. Secondly, we talked about the fact of what happens when a market is moving in the direction of its predicted trend, and it breaks out above important levels that were established for sell areas for the day. And you can see on the crude oil that happened here and here for a couple of really nice big moves. Towards the end of this trading session here, it was coming back up and breaking out, and then we pretty much ran out of time for the session, but it did continue some follow over. So that's the second important aspect that I'd like to stress. And the third one, and that is that a third one that a lot of traders either overlook or maybe don't understand completely is when the market does not get down to its value level, which is a projected low in this case with an uptrend, but actually trades above its equilibrium level. These gold bands are the equilibrium level of the market, and so you can see on these 2 days here and here, crude oil, when it started trading, never really even traded into its equilibrium level. That's your tip-off when that happens, and we start to move up through our projected highs, that we're going to get a nice big expanded move like we had here. Same thing here. We did not trade through the equilibrium level this day, and we went through the projected highs, went much higher. I don't think we have any more. No, we don't have any more examples of that. But these two examples, again, with the market not trading to its equilibrium level and then getting to the projected daily highs, that's important for the trader to know, because positions can be added or new positions can be initiated. And again, the automatic arrows that I was showing through the software that was filtering is again showing what the trade setups would have been if you were trading this in real time on these days, trading with the trend, trying to take advantage of the best market moves. Of course, the most profitable areas are if you can get it down into the what I call the buy value area here and here. We got to those 2 of the 6 days here. But more importantly, when you don't trade to the equilibrium level and then you break above it, it's a good trade or good add-on here and here at these levels. And then when you get into what is called kind of the middle area, and that is we are trading at our equilibrium level, but we have not broken the projected high. We've not traded down to our projected low, taking advantage of filters that give you good trade opportunities. And again, there's many indicators out there that traders use. I've touched on some of them. Some can be stochastics, other moving averages, others RSI. Just there's a number of different indicators. This particular software has its own algorithm filters that it uses that are highly effective, and that's actually what these trades are representing here and here. So again, 2 examples, one with the pound, one with the crude. Every market is pretty much the same. They all exhibit the same tendencies. But again, what's important to come away with is being able to determine what the daily trend is, being able to determine what the important buy levels, equilibrium levels, and sell levels are, and then taking advantage of that on a trading basis to maximize your profits and to make it as easy for you to trade as possible. I've gone ahead and put up the page on our website if you'd like to request a 7-day free trial of these indicators, and also to attend our live analysis rooms and workshops. That's a total of about 15 hours for the week. You can do so here by going to high%trading.com, to the website, requesting the free trial. That's the link here if you're interested. I have also gone ahead and put up the contact page. This is the contact page if you'd like more information. This is actually the link over here as well. You can contact us. I would love to have you come in and spend some time with us so you can see, again, the importance of trying to simplify your trading by determining what the daily trend is and trading at those levels that are important for the day or for the week to enhance your profitability and to try to assure yourself that every day you're going to come out on the winning side. If you take advantage of my offer to you, there are over 50 different futures instruments that this software will analyze and produce for you, similar to what I've shown in this instructional video. So thanks for watching. I hope you can take at least something, some even small part away that's going to help you in your trading to try to guarantee your success in the future. So thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in our analysis rooms. Thanks again and have a great day. Bye now.